Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
50. Here we go. Ready? That's it. It's been a long day for you. Hey, switch gears.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Sherrills. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
319.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
319.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
No. 319.
I got it. Tight end left.
Everyone got four down.
On first down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come to my work.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And 6.
258.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 24. Check 24.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Ram.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here I come. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come. Single.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Broncos 1st down.
Here we go. Waiting. Let's go, team. Let's go.
They toss it out right to Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10 following the penalty. It's Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
First down, Broncos.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Smallwood gets the give running left. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
56. Tighten up. Pull it together.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Mack Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Going with Smallwood running left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Inside.
On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
First and
Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball.
Inside.
Jim.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
You got it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
319.
Hey, let's get them home.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
258.
I got him. What?
Inside.
We got trips over here. That's overload.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Paris Campbell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Wentz now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger offense making their way back out there. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Sliding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mack Wilson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Let's go deep. Man left, man left. Hey.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
watch the twist. Switch.
Two jet.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
Toss play. This is Smallwood. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around at 30. Ryan Kerrigan with a sack, the former first-round pick in 2017. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Coming right, Smallwood on the toss. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 258. Check three.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the give, this is Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch. He's coming.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, nice move. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You can't block me.
They give to Smallwood. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Kill, turn up.
On play action, Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. To throw, it's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, 258.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos goes. It's a sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. Back
now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
He's crouching. He's checking crack.
They begin the drive with Johnson. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Wentz going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Go. 280! You ain't doing it. Inside 7. Hey, over.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
88.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We are going.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Rodgers again now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't
To throw again. Rodgers. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Rodgers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Johnson running left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
And off comes to Smallwood. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz, and that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Rodgers looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Here we go. 120.
Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Smallwood running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
5-9. 5-7. Let's go, G. Tighten up.
Wentz to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.